No problem. Thank you for doing it.
Let me know when y'all can see my screen.
We can see it.
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I didn't have any feedback coming in. I'm like, it was
I
Zoom.
was wondering if you could hear me too.
Yeah. Okay, so got it. Okay, we're good to go. First thing I want to go over is what we were looking at yesterday. If anybody hopped on, I had price prediction for Tesla selling down to this lower level. We did get that bounce, and I had this line drawn like, hey, price is gonna come and retrace and come back here, or it could go lower. Came right back to that line of support. And again, this is why levels are important. I don't really have a lot of problems trying to figure out where I'm going to trade to, because price is going to show me. It's going to come back and do again. Until we get over certain levels or below a certain level, we should be confident in the trades that we're taking and able to pinpoint exactly where price is going to go. Most people, unless it's a FOMC meeting, something that where news is coming out, where that's unpredictable, everything else we can fairly predict. So this was the line that we set, back to that line rejected. And until closer to the end of the day, did we get a little pushover, but it was not supported. So I just wanted to point that out. I also want to point out the Ford. I gave a little bit of guidance on Ford, and I was just like, I don't really know which way it's actually gonna go. So I gave a bit of a straddle, and I was like, you can take the $14 call or take the $12 put. The $14 call is actually up. I think when we looked at it, it was $16, and I think it's at like 28 now. Can everybody mute, please? So we're looking for 293.13, which is here. Break above here. You get that 293.13. Can't see everybody. Can everybody right now, you still have a nice wedge that you're forming because you still have higher highs. Remember, market was at 293.41.
Darwin.
Got it. I got him. No problem. All right. So I don't remember why I put this big red box. Let me go out on the 1 hour. I should have labeled that. All right. There we go. Now I get a better picture of why I put that. So anybody that was here yesterday, I said this green box was the buy zone. Every time it gets here, it pumps back to this zone. This was extra overextended, and this was kind of like the selling zone. So we got a direction up here to 14 and down here to this 11, and we actually opened a little bit higher today. Like I said, if anybody took the call on the weekly for the 14, it was $16, and like I said, I think I saw it at 28. Um, and it may tag like 1375. Ford has a strong level of buying at every like quarter cent, every quarter. So 25 cent, 50 cent, 75. So those become strong rejection points. So I can see it try to make 1375 today, and then possibly 13, no, probably $14. And we can see here, this is where we're at. And this little rejection here is right at that little 78, 75. Why do buyers do that? I don't know. It's a quarter. Like buy it whole numbers. I don't know why it trades like that. So had this um, kind of vertical extension to me, a little overextended. So we saw the pull back here. And now we're right back at this kind of rejection level. Are we going to keep pushing up or coming down? I might not take any trades today. Again, Wednesday is not my most profitable day. It's becoming better this year. Don't ignore all of this crazy business. We're going to come down into a lower time frame, and it won't be so messy. But I'm looking for confirmations on whatever trader I take. Like what I saw before, premiums are fairly high. If I don't, I mean, risk to reward, trade or not. I even kind of looked down at Apple, just to see if the premiums are a little bit cheaper, see if I want to trade something else. Again, it's all about my risk to reward versus FOMC meeting. And we could just trade in a channel. But I do want to give some guidance if you are going to trade today and where you're looking at. We're in this channel here. We found support at 404, and this is why that pre-market level was important. This is the point of control from yesterday. So let's go ahead and mark it.
You about to do a transmission flex on that truck? On this one? I got to do an alignment. It's a waiter. That red Impala.
All right. So point of control 406. This was pre-market. Again, I think you asked why is pre-market important. Again, that's where price is going to initially come back to the first time. It's going to come to their retracement. We're seeing this exact move from yesterday. We got this sharp move up close to the end of the day. I didn't even catch it, but it broke the support level and went straight up. So now I'm looking for buyers, see if they're going to come over this 406.50. Since I don't see much action, I can go to a higher time frame so I can see where the other orders are sitting at. Now I have these other orders, mainly a lot of orders sitting here at 407.50. Right here, orders kind of died down after that 406.50 and maxed out on the 5 minute at about 408. So if I'm gambling or take a guess, I could take to the high side, 408, and to the low side, 404. I wouldn't go too much further than that. The next one would be 403 because those were already significant support levels. So we have a couple of dotted lines of where we saw support at, and they've cleared, so these can be removed. Always come in, check the status of where your levels are and what channels are there. Most of these are kind of like smaller, lower levels, so I want to mostly supported lines with a lot of action, seeing where they're at before this is a strong bounce support line, but these can be removed because we're out of that lower channel. Again, price repeated itself. What were we trading to? Bounced off of here. All of this was just a repeat of the same channel. And this is where I was looking for us to go to. And that's why I called that 404 call. It just took all daggone day to kind of creep up here and hit that 404. But price retraced, that's all I was looking for. Now we're getting in these upper channels and you need to look to the left. That's all I'm doing is going to the left and making those calls. Again, at the top, I got this 408.50, and I'm actually going to bring it down a bit to where we had those wicks. So a little bit safer 408, probably just 408 even. So if I was taking a gamble or if I was taking a call, if I just was looking for a call, 408 after this 406.27 or 406.18 confirmation above here. And above these two lines, I would get the 408. If I'm looking at a put, I would stay closer in between these $2 ranges. 406, 404, 402. If you're very, very anxious and no lower than 400. So on the high end, 400. On the upper end, 408. We have, again, once we hit 408, we got 410 sitting up here. And all we're doing is watching price. So it's no really guessing. We have a perspective, we have a variable percentage of where this might get to. And if we have the volume, we should see that go to that particular point. So it's early. We're after 8:55 because I got on a little late. So I'm gonna go on. It's holding over on the 5 minute for the 406. Let's go back to the 1 minute. That way we can see it looks like it was holding, it rejected. So this is why I always, if I'm on a higher time frame, I come to a lower time frame to come and see where I'm going to enter. So this started to pull back. This was giving me on the 5 minute more bullish activity. Now when I come back to the 1 minute, now I can see it starting to reject. Probably a retest here for a better entry if we wanted to take that 406 or 408. So I want to again watch here. I don't have to rush it. And you can also use measurements. This is another tool that I use from the move. So this whole move, 402, 406. So we got another $2 move. If you just are a more visual learner, take that. Let's make it green and the inside green. Whatever tools help you. use the tools that are here and here. If I put that on top, I'm a little shy of 408. And if I come to the bottom from that starting point, we're at about 403. So that gives me kind of a basis of a move that happened yesterday. And since it has not happened. And if you watch this measurement that I just took, it's almost right here where where buyers started to buy back in on the low. So I'm going to dotted line this for my put. This is this perspective of a low and come back to the top with this measurement. There you go. Away from here. I'll put it here. We're just shy of the level I eyeballed and top of the range. So this is like getting in early, and again, why we use different time frames. Again, a better position. Want to see if this holds, and then we push through and close above this line here. You guys feel free to unmute, ask questions. Look, I can look at whatever tickers you guys are looking at. But these are the levels I have set. Both of these may hit. When the FOMC meeting comes out, we have spike in both directions. One of the things that can keep you, both contracts might hit. We could probably just come out here, do 408, like a lotto play, 408, 14, and 400 put, and just hold them until the FOMC or get in those when it like comes out later, and just put what take profit we want, because usually it's going to spike. We may not see where we want to take profit. And sometimes it may not trigger your take profit too. So it's a little bit of a gamble, but those are my lotto plays, like 400 put. And if you're on the high end, probably 408, 14. But confirming and like more of a conservative play would be this 406 call. And just stay in it, 406 to 408. We have a lot of buyers right here. That's why we see the peaks. And the valleys are when the price started to pull back. So we can see here this drop and the peaks where buyers come back in. Ooh, look at that. Killed them. This is why it pays not to be early. Woo. That's a sharp put count. Yeah, I might leave stuff alone today. That just blew through a lot of people's stops because they probably have 408, 406, 50, 407 contracts, and probably have a stop loss right there at their 406 support or this 405, and it just blew through those, took those stops out, make those people reposition, took that money. And it's a sick little candle right there. Let's see who else dropped. Should see the same pattern. Same pattern on Apple. Same pattern on Tesla. And I trade what I see and I trade what goes along together. All right, so this is probably going to pull back to support on all time frames. I mean, across the ticker. So this is going to pull back to support on Tesla. Do we have an Apple support already set? I do 402.40, but probably buying at 402.56. Um, I always forget what I'm supposed to put in here. So this is the equity clock. We see we did have a little bit of a trend selling in January, and now we see if we get a little pump in February. So we could set out some. This is when I call a couple of swing trades. We might have a little bullish sentiment through February and probably another sell down in March. Now this is where I would prepare. Again, swing trade. Apple over a couple of months once they get through earnings, we could set it for based on the range of what it comes out by the February 17th, or second week of February, Friday expiration, or the second week of March, and just ride those out um, until March and get out of them here. And then we'd be positioning if we get the same sentiment, and then just ride everything up. The S&P is set to go up. So again, you can initially just buy something here and just set it and buy contracts up until the end of the year, hold those, and they can be your profitable savings account. Again, we want those companies that are going to be profitable, not necessarily growth companies, because they could pull back because the economy, we're just not having a whole lot of spending. A lot of people I know, it's more saving, it's more investing in things, not just spending, and it's more spending on things that are going to have longevity. So I'd be looking at flights, uh, consumer discretionary, which is like, Targets, Walmart's, everybody's going to still go get paper towels. You can look at Johnson and Johnson or Procter and Gamble, some of those areas. If you're looking for long term, I'll probably break one or two of those down in a video to see how we could look at swing trading them. But let's go back to the charts. Boom, what? It's like magic. What did I say? If we were getting into the puts, we got this 404 support, and that 400 is just like way out there for like a gamble. And up to the top, that 408. We did not see buyers coming in higher. We did not get a close above. That was a strong confirmation for us. Look at your chart. When do we take a call? We want a close above support. This is what it looks like. Close above a supported line. Once we got this close above, we 2 points to the top for safety. Here we get a rejection at the point of control from yesterday. This rejects where we're coming back down to our support. We tried to wick through and break it. If we don't have buyers coming in and there's not a lot of people and they're waiting to the FOMC meeting, this could just sail down because nobody's really confident in buying because they don't know which direction this is going to spike in. So this would have been an open trade from this close to this rejection, and then this rejection point here back down to support. Like I said, those premiums were fairly high, but let's go and back test that trade quickly, and then we'll come back. Finding your point of control, finding your return risk to reward at these times help you understand whether you should take trades at the open or not versus the risk to reward. It's very important. So I like to show you guys back tests because people are like, well, I saw the trade. It was early. I could have got it in right at the open and been done. Yeah, but would you have had, discipline and self-control to get out before that put spike? So that was a call. We were looking at 406. And let's go back to the chart for the time frame. That was probably a 20-minute trade. This is going to be 8:37, so 9:37 to about 9:50. It's not even gonna really let me see it. It's only 5 minutes. Yeah, it's not 5 minutes. 1 minute. All right. So 9:37. You get in on this candle. It's somewhere in here. Let's say 220. We get in at 220 and we get out. If we said 9:55. Where is it? Is this on Eastern? No. Should be about right here. Somewhere in here. So 274. Just roughly. So we had $74 about how much it cost us. 220. 33% if you had traded that close above the open, close above support up to the rejection point. Not bad. Like I said, still a little risky for me to put up 200 to make 70. I don't know why that's still going up. Recent. It's a little weird. Still trying to break below this support. If this closes below, this is going to be our next support level, or where we see those peaks are. 404.25. You see buyers coming in. And a lot of buyers right here. Yeah, we're still selling. Again, where could we go? This could retrace all the way back down. Again, what's going to let me know to get in a put? A close below the support. Close below the support, put. Close above support, call. Let's go to Webull and look at price. To level 2. I don't know why in the morning sometimes this just does not populate. I see it on my phone, but usually the first couple of minutes, 30 minutes or so, I'm not able to see the orders. And I want to be able to see those order blocks. And it's not giving it to me. Said I ain't logged in. That could be the issue. Boom. Reading is fundamental. There we go. This is what you're looking for. Again, my key is to look for 1K box, $1,000 blocks, because those are going to get filled, not the smaller orders. And especially if you see something random like a 4,000 block order at a low, or 4,001, those are just random. And I see them come up a lot, and they just move price down. Like we barely saw that when here, this 4,300 at 404.90, they're bringing price down. They may not necessarily want or purchase those shares at that price. They just want to get price down to this particular number. And you see that 4K block sitting here at 405. If it doesn't start to drop lower, again, it'll come up for a 10. They're just trying to bring this selling down. So it's like I'm buying, and I can bring price. I can drive price down by saying I'm going to purchase a lot at this particular block. And the market makers are going to manipulate this to bring price down there to get that money. But all they have to do is swiftly hit cancel order, and you'll just see these blocks pop up throughout the day. And you can see where they're trying to get price to. 4K. See that it keep popping in. They're trying to spike it to get it there before they close down. So they want it. Went from 4 to 2. I got to go up a little higher. Prices still up 10-20%. What cent? 10 to 20 cents. In another little channel, this was a support area. It broke above it, came back, it rejected that high. And now we're going to see if it rejects the push up again, or we trade sideways in this channel, 404 to 405. And it's just a buck. And all some people would do is just trade this up, down, up, down. If you get caught in one of the up downs, just wait a few minutes. It's probably going to go back to go back in your favor. You may only break even, but don't get too caught up in it. Like it's gonna try to test those big order blocks, are just it's not coming down to get it just yet. See if we can break through 405.84. And rejecting may come back down to the 404. So look at that tape. See how those 4K blocks are not even visible anymore. Like, where'd you go? Yeah, I wanted this. There it is. They brought it down to 405.20, 405.10, and then they had this 405 even. Now they've dropped it another 10 cents. So this is another, strong indicator. We get a bounce off that. Where do they want price at? They want it here. They want this 404.90. And once it gets close, they're gonna move it. They already got it set. 80, 10-cent blocks. It's already set. All they do is just come back in and cancel them. So somebody wants this lower. And I don't know if they want to buy it here or they just want to bring price down. But we just saw 5K at 404.53. And this is what the setup like. So the average trader is just watching price. And we're just looking for a bounce, but not really knowing why price is moving here. Buyers are out here. And these are just the buyers we can see. You still have whales, and I can't think of the word right now for the other people. If anybody can think of the words I'm looking for where you can't see the orders, it's not the whales, it's this other thing, and you can't see their order book. I forget right now. I'll have to come back and see it. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, just
Dark pool.
dark pool. I was like, I'm thinking what was in my head was dark web, and I'm like, it's another word right there. Yes, the dark pool. So this is what we can see and we have access to, but we don't have access to the dark pool unless you pay for it from certain services and things. But what we do see from the front page, surface, is price is just moving sideways, but it's not. If we dig a little bit deeper, we can see why it's moving to those levels. Because somebody is manipulating the tape by putting orders here, making market makers attracted to come pick up those orders, and then they just yank them and cancel them. So we may trade sideways until that meeting, and then get some heavy spikes. I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna get into anything early until I have a direction, and I'll probably put out a straddle of a call and a put that may be lotto plays, but excuse me, let's take it easy today. We got games yesterday, we got games Monday. We don't have to give them all back today, but you have a range. If we bounce off the 404.80, we're probably going back to the 405. Take your profit. If we get to the 405 and it rejects, probably going to come back down to the 404. At some point, it's going to try to break one of these levels. How long does it take to get there? We just watch and see. We'll probably stay on another 10 minutes just to get some perspective, unless somebody has a question. Oh, for sure. Wacky Wednesday. But this is one of my challenges. If this is one of your Wacky Wednesdays, or if this is a challenge for you, again, any day that I don't trade well is a day you need to find out why we don't trade well. Again, price action doesn't move enough. I get in too early. I get in too late. Let's understand why it's not our best day and try to combat it. Sometimes we might have to take smaller trades or better trades, but it should not stay. It should not stay at being just a poor day. We want to combat that. We have too much information not to. Again, you can come in. This is Weeble's chart. I like it. I don't trade from my Weeble on the laptop, but I like it. I don't. That's not what I want. I want a horizontal. Do it for me. And I'm gonna make that green. Close enough green. And that's my top. And I'm gonna come in and make this low down here. Okay. Any questions? See those 4K orders popping up again? 405.10, trying to bring that price back down. They do not want it at that 405.77. They're constantly dropping in. See that weird 4K, 4003. They're just very, they stand out a lot. Very significant. Now y'all bring it back 405. They're just trying to, again, they're just trying to get this to drop.
I have a
So
question.
Chastity bet. Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna ask because I've just logged in the Webull. I haven't been in it in months.
Mhm.
Where do I find this tape section? How do I get to that?
Okay, so this is on the right side. Let me pull all the way down. So your screen may look like this. Do you see this at the top?
Do I need to put in a ticker?
Yes, put in SPY.
Okay. All right. Okay.
All right, and then you should see the strike price here. Scroll up a bit, and then you should be able to see the level 2. If you haven't subscribed to level 2 or you don't have it free access, I think it's $1.99, maybe 2. It's going to ask you to purchase.
Okay. So I need to see if I'm level 2. I don't know about that. Okay. I'll check on that. Okay.
Okay.
Check.
Well, this is level 2 data. This is not level 2 option. This is just the level 2 data, and you can purchase
Okay.
it. I think it comes free for like 30 days, and then you pay for it. And like I said, it's like $2.99, and I think it's valuable. I mean, we spend $2 on coffee.
Okay. You saying $2.99 because when you said $2.99,
Yeah, it's
yeah, I was like,
$2.99. Yeah.
okay, I can do that.
Yeah, I think it's worth it. I don't mind seeing it come out. I mean, again, I'm getting this data. I can see where price is going, and this is it keeps you from getting trapped. And like, I'm just bullish that this is going to 405, but then I can see these orders down here telling me something different. People want price in a different place, and I don't have to go past them.
Okay. I'll look for that. Okay. Appreciate it.
So you just waiting on confirmation of movement?
Yep. And this is sideways. This ain't doing number burning premium. I want to clean. If I was to get in, I need a clean touch to this point and back to this point. If I don't,
Right.
this
So you playing support and resistance mostly off your ATR.
right here, yes. Right here for today
Gotcha.
for sideways. Any other time we're looking at the ATR and trading that range. We don't have that range. We're in a channel right now.
Honest.
Or a trend. We don't have that trend up or in a different direction. We just range. So you just want to bounce. We have to keep it tight today because this is not going past the 404 and the 405. So again, I'd want this to probably come up and touch the 405, reject, and then come down. This had a slight lower low. So we're probably going to come back down again, but it's just going to burn premium. Probably for safety too, we might be looking at contracts for tomorrow versus today because those premiums are just going to die every hour. We sit in them and it doesn't make a move.
Yeah, I had gotten I took a small position in some puts, and I chipped away a little bit of the downward movement this morning.
What puts did you get?
Let me see. I'm still sitting in them. Let me see what it is. Actually, they way out of the money. It's 398.
398 on SPY.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's
It's
not
expired
horrible.
tomorrow.
I would just watch it. Did
No,
you?
I mean, they was really cheap. So and then, like I said, based off of the price movement, I know that we were coming back down some.
Oh,
So yeah, I've been in profit a couple of times, and I'll just chip a little bit away because I bought a lot of the contracts so that it's cheap. So I
Mhm.
just been kind of chipping a little bit away every time it comes back to me.
Perfect. I'm not alarmed. Like I like that 400 to 398 price is attractive. Again, if we get that spike or we break below this 404, those are going to be in profit. If you bought more than a free, just scale them out, sell them, and then keep a few runners. But they are out of the money, but you are still in range for the whole ATR. So ATR is at like 6 or 7, and we opened at like 4, where we rejected close to 6. We opened here at right at 405. So to the low, we could have 399. To the high, we could have 411. And that's on the extreme. All you need is a directional move, and those are going to be in profit. But yeah,
Right.
I'm watching that
I'm
contract.
gonna be honest. I'm
38.
surprised. I'm surprised we got back to 405. I'm really surprised.
Yeah, but again, it's where the market wants it, and the market wants it a lot lower. These 4K orders are still popping up lower. They want this lower for some reason. I don't know if this is going to spike during the FOMC meeting. So this is where your brain, the advanced thinking. why? What's going to happen? Again, I think they brought the market up high. When they take the market high, I think they're going to come with bad news. So when it drops low, it's not significant. When they bring it low, unless we think they're going to have some data come out and the premiums are super high, this is going to spike the market. So if you get out the money and that thing spikes to 410 in one candle, you're golden for the rest of the week. So
Yeah.
but we have both directions. I'm not saying that it's going to spike up or down. It just, I like to look at where they're trying to keep the price at and who don't they want to pay. Do they not want to pay the bulls, or do they not want to pay the bears, or they just want both of them to settle? Like right now, they don't want to pay anybody. It's just sideways.
Right. And mostly you scalp a lot, correct?
I scalp. I scalp and I swing, but I'm gonna start trying to call some swings for you guys. I have a couple of clients that just came in and they're not able to day trade, so I will be trying to look for some swing trades that you guys can get into where you can just buy them a month out, not really have to watch them.
Right, and that's crazy because I'm trying to get on that month, 2 month swing. I think it was easier, like maybe in 2020 to kind of do that swing thing.
Yeah, because
But now
everything
it's
was
like
bullish.
yeah.
Everything
But
was
yeah, now
bullish. You
like
could swing anything and you're gonna hit the target right on the head. Now we're having pullback and a lot of data come out, and companies are not performing as well as they used to. And growth companies are now no longer growth companies. Like they kind of plateaued. So it's a little bit more difficult, a little bit more research, but I want to drop at least 1 or 2 swings each month just to get people prepared to watch them. We can shift those gains into something else. For those who don't day trade, we want to make this kind of a well-rounded community. Yes, I do day trade daily, but I do have swings set up, and we want to day trade. The object is not to have to look at this every day. We want to be able to just set it and forget it. Right. This is watching paint dry again. I'm done. Like if nobody has any questions, I'm gonna cut this. I may come back on a little bit later, but we're in this channel. We're ranging.
I had a question before you get off on your Weeble.
Yes.
Like I had got like I said, the 299 thing for my phone, but it wouldn't let me trade. But I was wondering, could you put those? Can you put indicators on there?
Yes.
Because I could probably just use it instead of my my what we call those things, the other charts that we get from. I don't know why I can't think of it right now.
On here you can. These
Okay.
are some of the indicators, and here are the rest. Like so, you can definitely put indicators on your chart here. I just don't look at it much, so I don't have them. But you can definitely put indicators on your Weeble.
Okay, that's and it sounds weird. I know you're finna get off. Is there a way you can probably put it on the group chat? What indicators that you do have on your Weeble?
In the mobile app or for the desk or for the website?
The laptop.
Okay, let me go through them because I don't have any of them set. All of my indicators are set in the mobile app. So
Okay.
let's look because I don't use them. I mean, I just look at straight price action, but you probably want to put the fibs on, put your moving averages, VWAP. I have VWAP on I have super trend on it. Super trend is just when you get those big arrows that tell you price action. These right here. I don't recommend them all the time because they are delayed. But you can use super trend. Like I said, I use it on my other one, and we can convert these. Just what I'll do. I'll look at the indicators that I have in my mobile app setting for the settings for the desktop, but I know I'd use the MA, the VWAP, Super Trend every now and then. You want to put volume on here. And probably I need RSI. Where's the RSI? Got TSI. Maybe I already have it set. Let me go back. See which ones are over here. Yeah, RSI and VWAP.
Okay.
I want Super Trend on. So
Okay.
RSI. So yeah, these RSI, VWAP, moving averages, and on your moving averages, you want the 5. Let me go. Let's look. The 5, the 9, the 50, and the 200.
Okay.
That's for your moving averages. And I just have that VWAP. I usually have VWAP kind of thick so I can see it. It's kind of one of my indicators to see if something's going to reject. And then when I use RSI, sometimes I use it to like let me know where price is going. Again, once we hit the 70, I can kind of assume this is going to pull back to the 30. And you can see the high here where it hits that 406, rejects, pulls back here to the 30. It didn't quite touch the 30, but it came down to our support level. So RSI mixing in with our levels. And then I also look at volume. Volume's very thin. This is another concern for me with us trading right here. Volume's very low. We can just barely see it. And I don't know why I have these colors set. I'm probably gonna change these colors in a minute because it's yellow and green. And it's too light for me, but I don't like it. I gotta go find how we change this.
So do you, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say we're trying to break through that 405, 405.70 or so. Let's see if we push through it. What other question did you have?
No, I'm saying, did you, is that the standard RSI on there, or do you
Yeah,
have to put your
you
own
don't have to
setting?
change anything on that one.
Okay, thank you.
All right. We're breaking through. If nobody has any more questions, we'll come back. I'll probably throw the trade, but it's trying to break through here again. We got a lot of orders at 406.18, but we're not much after 406.50. And again, when I come back up to the 5 minutes to see those higher orders, this is where those levels are sitting at. We do have room up to the upside where orders were picked up, but with a little bullish as well on the 5 minute. Let's go see 15. Yeah, I still need a little more time for the 15. 5 is great indication. We're still moving up. These 3 green candles, they're not super strong. So I'd still be cautious at this rejection level, what we're gonna make right here. And it might sit here and try to reject and push through for the next few minutes. But if I see something, a clean break for a trade, we'll call it. If not, we're gonna wait. I want confirmation. I want a strong move that I see. Again, if I gave you this call, this breakthrough here, it would have probably stumped us out back right here. I just want a clean move for us to get into and a strong break above or below. And that's what we'll be watching for. But if nothing more, I'll let you guys go. Any more questions? Last call for questions.
Are you uploading this one to YouTube as well?
It is. As soon as it converts, I will be putting this on YouTube. Every recording that I do will now sit and live in YouTube. That I'm going to start the channel. The things that you guys put on the type forms or that you drop inside the messenger group, those are the videos I'm going to try to come to. This is going to reduce the amount of time that you have to do one-on-ones, and then you'll be able to come with questions that you have that you're struggling with. And make a clear path. So I do plan to do long-term trading. I do plan to go over how to effectively trade earnings. And that's kind of like a $100 to $500 play, like learning how to trade earnings. I know people who just trade earnings, they don't day trade. Doing that setup, you just have to watch multiple tickers each quarter. But I do want to bring more things to the channel. I'll be working on some classes this weekend on how to upload, how to edit, and all of those things. So these will just be uploaded raw for the next week or two. And then once I learn how to edit them, we'll have more data. So if you got questions throughout the video, just go ahead and comment. I'll answer the comments there, or you can ask inside the group, either one.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So awesome. Yeah, this is gonna be like, again, you can reach out, promote, tell people inside of the group. Once everybody has hit 100%, I will do this for the rest of February, March. Once we hit that 1K, I'll probably be doing a giveaway, Amazon gift card, Amex gift card, something that's going to be secure that I can email to somebody. So we're going to be looking to grow that channel and get more education out. I was supposed to kill the $50 for the group last night. I'm probably going to be doing that sometime today when I get a break, and it will go to 75 because we're 2 videos in now and we're bringing more value. So anybody that wants to get in, you let them know now because price will be changing at some point today. I will kill that link. And unless I'm nice and they DM me, I probably won't be offering it back. It will stay at the new $75 price. But I appreciate y'all showing up. We're going to keep doing these on the mornings that I have. If anybody wants private morning session, I still will be doing those. Sometimes I'll come on in the morning as a group, and sometimes there will be private sessions. The mornings that I don't, I probably have a private session with somebody. But that's to give people the opportunity. Sometimes we're shy, we don't want to talk while we're in their group session, or they need one-on-one to help set up their charts, set up their the Webull or their platform. So sometimes those morning sessions won't be available for me to hop on. We got a break below that support level at the 405 with this point of control. I'll keep y'all posted in the chat. I appreciate I think 11 people that hopped on. Y'all have a good day.